Leon to kick it away. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Super 66.
Goff on 1st down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Michael Kendricks in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Super.
Out of the gun, Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 77 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. And got his man complete. A huge play that time for the Rams. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All day, every day. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Rosen will throw. Dancing to his left. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. More from the desert after this. Here's Andy Lee now. And look at this. It's a fake. Past the 20. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 17-14. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Trey Edmonds. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
DC.
On 1st down, gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10. Goff again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Orange.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. The 1st quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Rosen on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Gun! Here we go now.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd-and-1.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Rosen. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Johnson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Rosen to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now it's Rosen fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a first down throw. Gone. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. Tigers, Tigers. Go, son. Like 20. Deuce.
Here's Goff now on second down. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Now let's go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Over. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 25 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chandler Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, here's Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Gone. And an alley to run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona,
money back. Money back. Money back. Money back. Money back. I do the math like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I said, babe, he said it's like bridesmaids. And they all so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? When I look at my snap, I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, throw rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Oh wait.